As an introvert, you may not go to the poker game. You may not go to the party that you're invited to. It's not because you don't like them. When you go, you get drained. Or when you go, maybe you feel like, I just don't feel like going. Introverted does not mean antisocial. It just means that you're a person who enjoys solitude.
Dealing with people feels like a kidnapping. Hands tied, patience is lacking. Patience is fading, patience is gone. Raised isolated, no fault of my own. Used to want friends more than anything. While my brother was worshipped like a king. Lay with a loser, was turning a loner. Time passes, became less passive. Became less average, appeared more savage. Swam with the sharks until I adapted. Got my skills up, now I'm like, I can read the room, yeah, I can read the room. I can feel harmony when it's not in tune. I can smell fake like a fragrant perfume. Sometimes it's too much, so I keep me in exit, always in the tuck like I can't stay. I really gotta go, it's really been something, but I gotta hit the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go, except far from others, cause I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, smoke by myself than give myself a toast. God bless the introverted, yeah, God bless the introverted.
Breaking down barriers, building up content. This is the Elliott in the Room. Breaking down barriers, building up content. This is the Elliott in. Let me say it again. Hold on. Breaking down barriers, building up content. This. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Breaking down barriers, building up content, right? Because I'm breaking down barriers and I'm building up content, and I'm far from content. My name is Elliott, and where the fuck am I? I'm right here. Break it down barriers, building up content. This is the Elliott in the Room. My name is Elliott, and I'm ready to get started. I really, genuinely am not finna long-wind this intro. Shout out to me. Shout out to my children, 1, 2, and 3. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to the dog. Shout out to my address. And that's it. Let's go. So, once again, breaking down barriers, building up content. This is the Elliott in the Room. I feel inspired. Why do I feel inspired? Well, this is why. This is why I feel inspired. This is why I feel motivated. This is why I'm streaming right now. Mr. Dave Blunts, everybody. Mr. Dave Blunts. If you don't know who Dave Blunts is, I don't blame you. I don't even fucking know who Dave Blunts is. I just know that he is seen here. And Mr. Blunts has a very solid fan base. I mean, I don't know where the fuck this nigga came from, right? But out of nowhere, this motherfucker is out here putting trash out everywhere. He's just littering. This nigga's everywhere littering, right? He's a really big dude who can hardly walk, right? I mean, he's big, right? Like, he's big, right? Like, he's like if Pun got bigger without, like, any of the talent or any of the actual, like, deserved acclaim. Like, this nigga's trash. Like, let me be completely honest. There's nothing redeeming about him. I know he has a fan base. And I know that people like his music. I don't know why. I mean, I don't feel like playing any of it because it's just not what I'm into, because that shit's trash. Like, let me just be completely honest. Like, I've heard Dave Blunts' music, and objectively speaking, my music's trash. Your music's trash. Everybody's music's trash to somebody. So it's not like me sitting here and saying, oh, this nigga's garbage is like the end all be all of everything, right? But this nigga's trash. Like, I just want to be completely honest. I don't want anyone to misconstrue I don't want you to misconstrue my opinion, right? Mr. Blunts is garbage, right? But somehow, this nigga has made it over to Kanye fucking West. And if you don't know what's going on with Kanye West, that's perfectly fine, because Kanye is a fucking moron. I mean, he's been on moron time for a hot minute right now. I'm not gonna act like I'm not a Kanye fan, or well, okay. A lot of us at some point in time were Kanye fans, right? I'm not gonna act like current Kanye and old Kanye are even in the same ballpark, right? I'm not gonna act like current Kanye deserves the benefit of the doubt. Okay? I'm not gonna act like current Kanye isn't a fucking psychopath. He is. He is. I'm not gonna act like current Kanye isn't fucking tripping. He is. I'm not gonna act like current Kanye hasn't brought everything negative in his life right now upon himself. He did. I'm not gonna act like current Kanye deserves to even see his fucking kids. He keeps saying that. He keeps saying, "Oh, my kids, 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 my kids." Look at this nigga. Oh, I want to seem like I can't even see my children. My kids, my kids. Okay, cool. Kanye has been doing the exact same fucking thing for 20 years now. Kanye, once Kanye got on and Kanye became Kanye to the point where Kanye was a star, when Kanye became Kanye, I mean, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I want to see if anybody remembers this guy. See if anybody remembers this guy. Where is he at? Where's Kanye? What happened to Kanye? Where'd he go? Where's Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Like, so old Kanye and current Kanye is a contradiction, right? Current Kanye is a what is current Kanye? What is current Kanye? Current Kanye is what happens when narcissism, delusion, I mean, no, I don't even believe that. See, that's the thing. Everyone has this thought that Kanye is just crazy and Kanye has just lost his mind. Kanye is no longer who he used to be. The old Kanye is gone. Oh, woe is me, right? Everyone does that shit when it comes to this nigga, right? I don't think that there's anything wrong with Kanye. I've been on record saying for years now that I don't think there's a single fucking thing wrong with Kanye West. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that I think that the things that he says and does are correct. I don't think that anything he does is, correct, right? Let me be extremely clear in what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I don't think that Kanye walks around and says, "Hey, I'm a psycho. Let me say some psycho shit today," right? I don't think that's what he does. No, I think Kanye is an opportunist, and I think what he does is he takes his fame and he takes his notoriety and he takes everything that makes yay yay, right? Remember this guy? Let's talk about this guy. This guy right here, the guy under the mask of the bear. Let's talk about him for a second, okay? So, old Kanye was bullied. Old Kanye was overlooked. Old Kanye had to do a whole bunch of shit to become Kanye West. Old Kanye, nobody wanted old Kanye to rap. Old Kanye, they just wanted his beats. In fact, old Kanye gave up a lot of beats. In fact, old Kanye gave up a lot of his life and energy trying to be the best possible producer he could be, sending off beats here and there and everywhere before he ever got on, before Rockefeller, before he actually got the ear of Jay-Z, right? Old Kanye was doing everything he could in his local scene to get some fame and notoriety with his actual production. Old Kanye had the same ego that current Kanye has. Kanye West has always been an egotistical son of a bitch, okay? Old Kanye didn't have a voice, nor any influence, nor any power, nor any money. So old Kanye, as he said himself, decided to align with the backpackers and basically go undercover. So he hid his narcissism and he hid his ego, and he did what he had to do for years until he actually got on. Now, let me not deny Kanye his right to let me not deny Kanye the work that he put in. Okay. Kanye put the work in. Kanye put a lot of work into becoming who he became. I want to be extremely clear. I don't want to be that guy that just is knocking Kanye. All right. Kanye ain't shit though. But let me just Kanye ain't shit. And let me explain why. So Kanye decided, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the antithesis of what was going on at the current point in time. Let's go back in time. If you know anything about the time period that Kanye West blew up in, this is first of all, he first got on, his first real productions was going out around 1999, 2000, 2001. Okay. Once he landed major placements on the Blueprint, which was in 2001, Kanye blew up even more. He became more sought after. Kanye became more of a producer. Like, he's slowly creeping into super producer territory, and he also has the ear of the quote unquote king of the industry, which was Jay-Z, right? So cool. Kanye is ascending. Now, when he first released College Dropout, which was in 2004, everything leading up to this moment was the complete opposite of Kanye West. Okay. Kanye West was this. First of all, if you didn't know anything, because we didn't know who he was, right? This was way before social media, or way before anyone actually had the opportunity to learn the ins and outs of the people that put out content. You had to be put out, and then if you wanted to share yourself, cool. But at the moment, all we knew about Kanye was the following. He was a producer. He had some good beats. When the imagery came out of Kanye, he was dressing kind of preppy. He's wearing khakis, and he's wearing polos, and he's wearing sweater vests, and he's wearing colorful colors, and he's wearing little backpacks, and his imagery is this bear. And you know, he's talking about his grind. He's talking about what it took to become him. He's talking about, you know, no one, the fact that no one had any faith in him. No one wanted him to be an artist. No one was like backing him. He talked about his grind, his struggle. And let's not forget the car accident. The car accident. Okay. Before we get into the car accident, before Kanye West became Kanye West, before Kanye West became what we saw on the radar, there was a gentleman named 50 Cent. 50 Cent came out. He released in 2003, Get Rich or Die Trying. And when Get Rich or Die Trying released, the entire sound of what was popular and what became hot switched over to that. More, everybody was trying to be a little harder. Everybody was trying to be a little more rugged. Everybody was a little more street, like street wear, street everything was becoming more of the aesthetic. Also, if you go into region, right? I'm from the Bay Area, so at this point in time, niggas is getting in the hyphy. Niggas is turfed out and on that town shit, right? So boom. You got the Bay Area, where I'm from. You got the Bay Area boom, already on some street shit. And then the overall popularity of street culture and all the shit that 50 Cent brought, because it was both catchy and it was rhythmic and all that shit, but also it was gangster, and he was aligned with Dr. Dre and fucking Eminem. So it was literally spread. It was spread. It was replicated. It was the thing. I mean, niggas was wearing G-Unit sneakers. Like niggas was fucking getting do-rags and tying them like 50 and wearing a hat like 50. I remember all this corny shit niggas was doing. Niggas had fucking niggas was buying the little fucking weird ass Reebok fucking tank tops that looked like a fucking bulletproof vest / sports bra. Niggas was doing all that weird shit, right? This is what it was. This was the fall of the leader time. Like this is when this is what it was. And since social media didn't exist at the time, well, MySpace or whatever, but since what we know social media to be today didn't exist at the time, regional shit was regional shit. And when it got hot and it was hot, it spread. So now some of that regional shit became popular. 50 Cent became pop, not a pop artist, but he got so hot. He sold 10 million records. So he was so fucking hot that the feeling at the time was G-Unit. Like that's what it was. So 2003, I mean, of course, other entities and other music was out at the time. Don't get me wrong. You had the party shit with your Nellies and your Ludacris's and all that shit. I ain't talking about that. What I'm saying is the feeling of culture at the time was that because 50 made it cool to come through and talk about a couple guns, couple drugs, come and whatever, right? Cool. Kanye West was the antithesis of this whole thing. So when he came out, he released his album, first single, Through the Wire. Okay, I drink a boost for breakfast, an intro for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just sip the scissor. That right there can drive a sane man berserk. Not to worry, Mr. Ace of the Izzles about the wizard. This nigga's first single was a song about his car accident that almost killed him and got his jaw wired. The video was at the time on some revolutionary shit because it was a corkboard with photos of his life or whatever, but it was different real life behind the scene footage that he was smart enough to have a random ass camera crew to have with him filming at the time, as we know today because most of us watched the fucking documentary that came out a couple years ago, right? So genius, right? The fucking Kanye documentary that he was fucking recording for the last 20 years or whatever, because he's a quote unquote revolutionary. He saw the future, right? But anyway, that video at the time was revolutionary. He paid for it himself out of pocket. Okay. His first single, Through the Wire, unconventional. So you have a guy talking about being a victim, being broken. He's rapping with a broken jaw. He's literally spitting through the wire. Literally. Okay. He's where his hat again, the aesthetic, the college dropout thing. He's coming out. He's not a street nigga. He ain't talking about no street shit. He's like, look, I'm a regular person. I make music. I went to college. It wasn't for me. I wanted to be an artist and I pursued my dreams. And now I'm going to talk about it. And we loved that shit. College Dropout is probably hands down one of the greatest albums of all time collectively to all rap fans. I mean, when people say they want the old Kanye, they're literally talking about College Dropout. It's one of the best albums of all time. The aesthetic of Kanye West at that time was the everyday black man that wasn't a street nigga. Because again, at the time, the culture was very heavily oriented into street shit. Okay. So now, what happens? What happens? Well, this album is fantastic. Okay. This album is fantastic. And it has some of the greatest music on it. Especially at that time that I personally had ever heard, right? Now, it was unique. It was soulful. The beats were fantastic. Like the song, like I could talk about College Dropout all day. I could do a breakdown of the whole album front to back and explain to the world what was so impactful about Kanye West, especially at that time. Okay? But the album came. It did what it did. It shook shit up. It altered the landscape. Okay? So what we knew before about, again, this is 2003, 2004 now. So what we knew before about what it looked like to be a rapper, Kanye made the everyday man look, I guess, cool, right? Cool. So what happens? Success happens. And then this guy is the guy that comes out the next year, 2005. Okay? This is 2005 Kanye. 2005 Kanye got some money now. 2005 Kanye just had a really, really, really successful album. 2005 Kanye is who was born. 2005 Kanye is who was born off of the back and success of everything it took to create College Dropout and then become successful from it. All the years of being told that you can't be an artist, you suck, you shouldn't rap, just make beats, all the shit. All of that. The relief was the success of College Dropout. And then this is the face of the nigga right here. This is the face of the nigga right here who's like, I told y'all so. And you can smell it. You can smell it wafting off of this photo. You can't tell me this nigga right here don't know for a fact that he was not only right, but now he about to shit on, maybe not shit on you niggas yet, but man, he about to let y'all know as often as he can how stupid y'all were. And 2005 was a good year for Kanye. 2005 was a good year for Kanye. If I'm not mistaken, Late Registration came out in 2005. Another fantastic album. This nigga was a superstar. Okay? But aside from being a superstar, yo, why I got all these drop frames out the blue? The hell? What did I do? That's crazy. Let me see how it looks. I'm sure I did something that made it do that. I also don't really care, but I'll get on my hair. Okay, it looks fine. All right, whatever. I just want to make sure. Anyway, what was I saying? The dropped frame and the fucking connection is throwing me off a little bit. Ain't no reason for it to be that low. All right, whatever. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So Kanye West was successful. His cachet was up. who he was and what he believed he was in alignment. Okay? It was in alignment, right? So, moving on further, this nigga started tripping a little bit. Okay? So, I have here a list, a 20-year timeline of Kanye West's controversial career. All right, let's go ahead and pull that up. Okay, where are we at? All right, let's take me off the screen. I just want to put, yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's read this. We're going to just skip all the bullshit. Fuck all that beginning shit, all right? So let me make sure this goes through everything. How far does this go? Oh, it goes far. Yeah, this is crazy. All right. So like I said, 2004, the early half of 2004 was when Kanye's album came out. So College Dropout came out in the early half of 2004. I believe it was like the springtime. And it was fantastic and we all loved it and he became a superstar. All right. So now, as you can see here, this is where you're going to start seeing some of Kanye become Kanye outwardly to the people. Okay. So 2004 to 2011, going rogue, doing award shows, concerts, and interviews. Okay. November 14th, 2004, Ye walks out of the American Music Awards after losing the Best New Artist Award to country singer Gretchen Wilson. He reportedly tells press backstage that he was definitely robbed and will not give any politically correct bullshit ass comment. He reflects on this moment at the Billboard Awards in December, saying, "I was raised better than that. It was very ignorant." The first part of that was his truth. The second part of that was his mom saying, "Boy, you were raised better than that. Clean that up." Okay. July 2nd, 2005, during a Live 8 benefit concert in Philadelphia, Ye states that AIDS is a man-made disease that was placed in Africa just like crack was placed in the black community to break up the Black Panthers. He doubles down on the widely debunked claim in his October song, Heard Him Say, rapping, "And I know the government administered AIDS." Okay? I'm not going to knock him per se for this. I'm just going to say that you shouldn't say certain shit without proof, right? August 18th, 2005, Ye speaks out against homophobia in hip hop during an MTV special. He explains that he decided to take a stand after his cousin came. I didn't read none of this. Okay, he explains that he decided to take a stand after his cousin came out as gay, which made him think, "I love him and I've been discriminating against gays." At this point, the U.S. is still a decade away from legalizing gay marriage. Ye tells Rolling Stone later this year that he received more backlash for criticizing homophobia than he did for criticizing then President George Bush. The only question I have after reading that is, which cousin is he talking about? All right, anyway. The real moment when Kanye became Mr. Controversial, okay? September 2nd, 2005. Ye goes off script and declares George Bush doesn't care about black people during a live NBC fundraiser for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. In his 2010 memoir, Bush recalls thinking at the time that it was the worst moment of his presidency. Ye later reflects that he was coming from a good place, but now would have chosen different. Would have chosen different words. This is probably the most poignant moment of old Kanye and new Kanye merging and surfacing. The moment that Kanye West got on that fucking screen next to Mike Myers and said George Bush doesn't care about black people was the moment that I realized, okay, this nigga gonna say whatever the fuck he want. He believes what he believes. He's gonna express it. Okay. At the time, this was very controversial because at the time, this was very unheard of. Okay. This nigga basically said during a relief fundraiser on live TV that the current president doesn't care about an entire group of people. Whether that's true or not, that took balls is what I'm saying. So he's been doing this shit, but this moment right here is one of the moments that people like to point out the most when it comes to Kanye West and his ability to quote unquote buck the system. Okay. Let's continue. February 9th, 2006, Ye channels Jesus Christ and poses in a crown of thorns for a Rolling Stone cover. I remember this. Does this take us to his? Does this link take us to the fucking picture? Nope, it don't. And I don't really feel like, I mean, shit, let's just pull it up, right? Yep, I remember this. All right, so once again, now I gotta go back to it. Where the fuck it go? Oh, Ye channels Jesus Christ and poses in a crown of thorns for a Rolling Stone cover story. In the piece, he defends his ego. You want me to be great, but you don't ever want me to say I'm great. And shares that he has an addiction to porn that began when he was 5 years old and found his father's Playboy magazines. Now, knowing what we know today, that's a very interesting admission and statement because he did three things here. He pointed out his ego. He pointed out that he was a porn addict. And he talked about his age and the father's Playboys. Those same Playboys are the same magazines that he was apparently reading with whatever. Anyway. November 2nd, 2006. After his Pamela Anderson starring music video Touch the Sky does not win Best Video at the MTV Europe Music Awards, Ye crashes Justice and Simeon's acceptance speech. Fuck this, he says, per Entertainment Weekly, adding in part, if I don't win, the award show loses credibility. That's the most Kanye West shit I've ever heard in my life. He suggests afterward that he was drunk during the ceremony during MTV, telling MTV UK that he had a little sippy. This is going to happen again in a couple of years on this list. Okay, let's continue. December 2006, per Hip Hop DX, Ye calls mixed race women mutts in this month's issue of Essence. If it wasn't for race mixing, there'd be no video girls. Oh, shit. If it wasn't for race mixing, there'd be no video girls, he says. Me and most of our friends like mutts a lot. Yeah, no, they call them mutts. Nigga, no, we don't. I ain't never seen a mixed girl's hand. Look at that mutt right there. Oh, mud ass bitch. This nigga's crazy. Oh my God. This nigga's a psychopath, bro. All right. September 9th, 2007 at the MTV at the MTV Video Music Awards, where Britney Spears is offered the opening set on the main stage and Ye is shut out in 5 categories. He expresses frustration by yelling backstage, "That's 2 years in a row, man. Give a nigga a chance, man. Give a black man a chance." Okay. September 11th, 2007. Ye releases the song Good Morning, which includes the bar, "You got D's, motherfucker D's." Rosie Perez, the actress, disapproves of this reference to her breasts, later saying, "I'm a woman of a certain age, and if you're going to mention me in a song, have a little respect." I mean, that's not, why is that even on this list? That's not even bad. You know how much disrespectful shit is in rap songs? This nigga said, you got this. All right, anyway. February 13, 2009. That, why? Okay, no, I'm going back to that. This shouldn't even be on the list. Y'all just nitpicking now. Like, I'm sorry, but okay, cool. He offended Rosie Perez because he compared the moment in the song where the person was telling the person who is not passing, "This motherfucker got D's. You're barely fucking making it." So it was a fucking play on words. "You got D's, motherfucker D's, Rosie Perez, because she got some big ass titties." Ma'am. Whatever. All right. February 13th, 2009. Ye brings up Chris Brown. Okay, what is he about to say? Ye brings up Chris Brown during a taping of VH1 Storytellers in a moment that Reuters reports doesn't make the final cut. Brown had been arrested days before on suspicion of physically attacking then-girlfriend Rihanna. "Can't we give Chris Brown a break?" Ye asks. "I know I make mistakes in life." VH1 does leave in a moment where Ye brings up another controversial figure, O.J. Simpson. Amazing, is he not? What he did, when he did what he did, was he not amazing though? I mean, that ain't that bad. Some of this shit's nitpicking. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess back then, asking if we can give Chris Brown a break for beating the absolute dog shit out of Rihanna days after it happened is kind of crazy. And OJ was amazing. He was. Whatever. June 1st, 2009, Pink tells FHM Australia that she is angry at Ye because she recently attended a Stella McCartney fashion show where he reportedly told her, the vice president of PETA and noted vegetarian Paul McCartney, they need more fur in this show. Okay, we're just nitpicking at random shit. All right. Although this, I mean, we haven't even gotten to the, oh, here we go. September 13th, thank you. Perfect. I was going to say, we haven't even gotten to the real one. September 13th, 2009. Ye grabs the mic at the, Ye, after walking around with a bottle of Hennessy and Amber Rose, taking photos with Amber Rose and the bottle of Hennessy, posing with the bottle of Hennessy that was obviously not full, was obviously been drinking on. Ye grabs the mic at the MTV Video Music Awards during 19-year-old Taylor Swift's acceptance speech for Best Female Video, which was her first win at the ceremony. "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you, and I'm going to let you finish," he says. "But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. Beyonce was nominated for single..." Okay, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going into all this. The point is, because they're just add a whole bunch of bullshit. The point, though, is that Kanye West has I'm gonna find another point to pop in at, because he's been on some bullshit for so fucking long. There's so many miscellaneous fucking instances that you could talk about. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Ye tweet February 23, 2011. Ye tweets, "An abortion can cost a ballin' nigga up to 50 G's, maybe 100. Gold dickin' bitches be getting pregnant on purpose. Strap up, my niggas." Okay. I'm not reading all this shit. It's so much shit on here where they're just nitpicking and mixing it in with all his bullshit. But basically, let's just cut it to the let's just cut it to the nitty gritty. Since from the moment Kanye did the fucking George Bush shit to the Taylor Swift mic snatch, from that point on, you had the fucking, what came after that? I mean, fuck. This nigga's been insane and a borderline narcissist forever, and then he fucking got with Kim Kardashian, and then fucking had kids with her, and then this nigga's made so many stupid decisions. It's crazy. You fast forward to the MAGA shit, the MAGA hat, the blah, 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 blah. Okay, his mom dies somewhere in between here. His mom dies. That completely changes things because he doesn't have anyone to actually keep him grounded. Cool, whatever. I still don't necessarily buy it, but whatever. Cool. Mom dies. My mom passed away when I was 24 years old, so I understand the weight that the loss of your mother can carry with you and how it can adjust how you behave and so on and so forth. I get it, right? But this nigga went off the deep end. And there also is the case that, yeah, he may have mental problems, blah, blah, blah. But the point that I'm making is that this nigga should have never, ever gave this nigga any leeway to ever work with him. Okay? Now, with all that being said, I don't like any of Kanye's new music. Some of the shit on Bully was cool. Donda was great. I didn't give a fuck about Vultures. I didn't give a fuck about Vultures 2. I didn't give a fuck about Donda 2. So when I say that I'm not really up on Kanye's music like that right now, because at the end of the day, he's nowhere near where he used to be artistically, and he's letting niggas like this weird body built bitch right here, right? He's letting this nigga write for him, bro. It's the weirdest fucking thing in the world, and it disgusts me, but it is what it is. So, a lot of these songs apparently from Bully and just a lot of the leaks and shit that's been coming out recently was either helped by or written by Dave Blunts. Which is just fucking stupid, right? But let me be very clear. Let me be very obtuse when I say this. There's one song, okay? There is one song that has come out recently that is pretty okay. And it's terrible message wise. It's horrible. But it's kind of catchy. Right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about Kanye's last single that he tried to release that has been getting blocked and shut down everywhere on every DSP, everywhere. You can't find it because they're like, yo, you fucking bugging, bro. Shit was called Heil Hitler, or HH, if you will. And speaking of Nazi Adolf Hitler, whatever the fuck he's going by today. So the point that I'm trying to oh shit, hold on. I need this. This makes this better. Hold on. Do. This is crazy. This is incredible. AI is fucking stupid. Anyway, this whole Adolf Hitler shit. The point that I was trying to highlight by going through his history and timeline is that I don't believe for a split second that Kanye West is crazy. Like, yeah, he may have mental problems and shit, but I genuinely believe that everything that he does is with intent. I genuinely believe that every decision that he makes and everything that he chooses to lean on, stand by, etc., is with intent. And I feel like the metrics that because again, Kanye West has been a top tier act and he has been at the forefront of entertainment for a very long time. So therefore, I feel like he has a very top tier team. I feel like he has access to all types of shit. And I feel like he's known for a very long time now that his antics and the bullshit that he says and the bullshit that he believes, or the bullshit that he quote unquote believes, it does something on the back end, and this nigga got rich right? He's been controversial on some bullshit for a long time. I mean, let's not forget that the same nigga that was doing all the goofy shit, being weird and doing all the crazy shit, still came out with Yeezys, still came out and got very wealthy off of his fashion sense and all the shit back in a time period where people told him to sit the fuck down. You cannot get into fashion. You will never get into fashion. You'll never be big. And then you need to just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. This is the same nigga that went and did that same shit like he did with the music industry. Y'all said I can't rap. I'm going to be rapping, man. Drop some of the greatest albums of all time. It's the same guy, right? But he's been doing this and getting away with it over and over and over again. I don't even know how many times Kanye said or did some dumb shit and then came back with a new album and he was forgiven. Hell, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Watch the Throne come out in 2010? Let me just fact check that real quick. I typed in Watch the Throne. 2011. Okay. So, oh, no, even better. Okay, so after the Taylor Swift shit, oh, I'm the fucking, oh, look at me, everyone hates me, I'm fucking hot though. My name is controversial. What did he do? He released Mighty Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a year later in 2010, and then after that came back with Watch the Throne. So what this nigga has done over and 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 over again has been controversial, release the banger. Controversial, release the banger. Controversial, release the banger. MAGA, 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 Trump, 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 MAGA, 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 Trump, 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 MAGA, 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 Donda, 1. What happens after the MAGA hat? What happens after the MAGA hat? What happens after the Trump worship? What happens? He releases Donda. And people are like, oh my God, Kanye did it again. He did it again, right? This nigga has been saying some of the most ridiculous shit in the fucking world for the last 2 years, and y'all have been letting it ride, okay? The world has been letting it ride. I mean, yeah, people are like, oh, this is outrageous. This nigga was saying all this Nazi shit. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler. This nigga saying all of this Nazi shit, all this fucking hateful shit. He's been on a tear being a piece of shit, talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, all the shit. But the breaking point for a lot of people was that he may or may not have sucked his cousin's dick. That's the breaking point for niggas. That he may or may not have sucked his cousin's dick. That is the turning point. Oh, no, I don't know if I can support that. Oh, no, oh, Kanye, I don't know if I can support that. And it ain't, and the crazy part is that it ain't even because this nigga was, if what he said is true, he was older than his little cousin, so that's technically abuse. So you was abusing your little cousin, nigga. You was fucking abusing a child, nigga. We fucking exposing a child to pornographic materials and then sexually doing anything to them, whether you were fucking the one receiving gratification and you were giving it out, nigga, that's some fucking pedophile, fucking grooming, fucking whatever shit. So if that is what he was doing, he need to be in the same cell as Diddy, right? But that ain't the reason people is like, oh. It's because it ain't even the cousin part. It's just because he said that he sucked a dick, or he gave his cousin head. This nigga can say all this Nazi shit, but that's like, oh. And that's why when it comes to this nigga at this point, it's whatever. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like even think twice about the human being. Let's go off of what he provides and what he provides to us to critique him on. The person is the person, and I don't for 1 second think that Kanye West is crazy. I feel like Kanye West is calculated. I feel like Kanye West does all this shit with intent. I feel like he knows it's going to work. I feel like he knows people are going to eat it up. People are going to keep his name alive, whether you're talking good about him or bad about him. At the end of the day, there's some metric in the back end that's continuously making this man rich based off of his fuck shit. I mean, he said that Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids has got issues. The same Jay-Z who's his quote unquote brother, the same Beyonce that who he sidetracked his career for in 2009 by publicly embarrassing Taylor Swift and saying that Beyonce has one of the greatest videos of all time. So it's the same people that you finna go up there and say, they kids is And hold on. Mind you, that's the same Jay-Z that in 2018 when he was going on his rants on tour and saying all the shit he was saying, that said that Jay-Z was this, that, and the third. But then when Donda came out, Jay-Z got a fucking verse on Jail Part 2. So it's business. And I don't think that Kanye West is crazy. I think that Kanye West is very intelligent. And I think that he is an opportunist. And I feel like he is taking everything that we give him, because it all leads back to a metric, and those metrics lead to fucking money. All this shit's about money, right? Like, is he addicted to nitrous? I don't know. I feel like if you were really addicted to nitrous for real, or if you was just really taking a lot like high level amounts of nitrous all the time and shit, I feel like that would probably do something to your brain that's a little bit beyond just saying crazy shit and doing crazy tweets and shit. I feel like you would have holes in your brain and you drop dead. Maybe I should do more research on what nitrous does to you, but I feel like some shit that they give you when you're at the dental office, you shouldn't be fucking recreationally fucking consuming, right? So I don't even believe that he's doing that. Like, we've seen enough media, we've consumed enough content in our lives to know that a lot of shit is fake and a lot of shit is faked for blank reason. Okay? Is Kanye West crazy? Sure, possibly. He may have all kinds of mental problems. But the same nigga that got the mental problems is the same nigga that had the mental problems when he was everyone's darling. And I keep kind of going back to that because Donda just came out 3 years ago. And everyone was riding that Donda fucking album because it had some bangers on it. And yeah, it had some bangers on it. It did. I hated Donda 2. I didn't give a fuck about Vultures 1 or 2. I didn't give a fuck about Bully. I damn sure didn't give a fuck about whatever the racist shit he came out with. Like, whatever the Nazi album was he came out with. Maybe that was Bully. I don't know. I damn sure didn't give a fuck about that. Right? I also don't feel like he's really trying to sell music. I feel like Kanye is crowdsourcing and playing a game to see who will ride with him no matter what. He's probably trying to see how many actual real diehard, real fucking people he got that will follow him to the ends of the earth. Because I guarantee you there's still a subset of people that are still listening to his music religiously, that are still following him, that are still copping. They copped a bunch of the swastika t-shirts and all the shit. I'd bet money that there's still at least 30% of his diehard fans out there that are still supporting him and still and still there for all of his releases and products to this day. And 30% is a very I'm being very careful with that. I feel like it's a lot more than 30%. I feel like his huge fan base doesn't necessarily care about the dumb shit. Give us some fly t-shirts, some fly sneakers. Give us something to talk about. Let us be, if for the edgy niggas out there, the edgelords out there, give me something to put on so people look at me and say, what the fuck are you wearing? Oh, I'm just wearing this new Kanye swastika shirt. Haha. Right? Like, niggas is just doing what they got to do to fucking be seen and try to go viral, right? So Kanye is smart. He does stupid shit to keep his name afloat. He does stupid shit to keep his name in your fucking life, right? There's people in nursing homes somewhere in fucking Milwaukee that are having a conversation about something Kanye West said right now. right this second. This stupid motherfucker. Look at him. Fucking Adolf Hitler. Fucking stupid motherfucker, right? But like I said, he's been working with this fat motherfucker right here. And like I said before, I'm not gonna lie to you. He came out with a record. That had the absolute worst possible fucking message you could put out. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler. What? The absolute worst. I mean, what is this nigga even talking about, right? All my niggas Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler. Right? Bro is so much of a weirdo that he just does shit to do shit. He just does shit to do shit. Right? Look at this shit. A Kanye West post and delete. He posted it not so long ago and deleted. Topic says, why did Kanye post this and delete it immediately after? What does it mean? This nigga just does shit. Because he knows people like me and people everywhere are going to take this and talk about it. Oh, why does Kanye have transgenders in his obvious top 4 list of porn categories? That's basically what it is. Because who the fuck says ebony? When the last time you went down the street and said, oh, look at that ebony girl over there. Oh, with her ebony skin. I like being an ebony man. Who the fuck says that? It's a goddamn porn category. So this nigga got to be a fucking controversial bitch, he put white girls in number 1, right? He put Latinas in number 2. He put black girls in he put white porn in number 1. He put Latina porn in number 2. He put black porn in number 3. And this nigga put transgender porn in number 4. Okay? So this does not have value or mean anything. Okay? Whether he feels this way or not, this does not have value or mean anything. This is just to rile people up. Because there's a subsect that people are going to say, this nigga watching transgender porn. And then that's going to fucking spiral into, well, duh, he was sucking his cousin's dick. Ha, 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 ha. Here's that song where he said it. And now people are listening to the song. So now he gets more plays to the song where he says he gave his cousin head. Cool. So now that subsect of that area of the internet is going to keep his name alive by just talking shit about that. Cool. Next, he put black at number 3. Oh, he's a self-hating coon and blah, 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 blah. That whole subsect is going to talk shit about him because, oh, so he got white at number 1. Oh, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. It's all intentionally crafted is what I'm saying. It's all crafted with intent is what I'm saying. Okay? It's all crafted with intent. Kanye could be as crazy as fucking cat shit. But the stuff that he does is curated and cultivated with intent. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You can't convince me otherwise. He's not dumb, or at least the people who handle him and handle his brand aren't dumb. The things that he does is to generate conversation, to generate that. I don't know how this shit work, but I'm sure there's a thing that shows every time someone types in Kanye, Ye, Yeezy, etc., and those metrics and numbers are used to make money. I don't give a fuck what no one says. He doesn't give a fuck about what you think of him. He never has. So him saying that he gave his cousin head in a song that wasn't even wrote, he didn't even write the fucking song. Dave East wrote the song. So if Dave East wrote the song, did Kanye, listen to this. If this piece of shit wrote the song, he's the ghostwriter for the song. And in the song, he's saying he gave his cousin head. Is he just writing some controversial stupid shit for Kanye to say because Kanye told him to write some whatever shit? Or did Kanye tell him, hey, put a part in here about me giving my cousin head. Or, hey, maybe I'm going to ad-lib this fucking child abuse, child trauma part into the song. I'm going to ad-lib it. I don't fucking know. But the point is, it's not like he had a song that he fucking sat and was really just sitting down. He really jotted himself in a cold corner of the room and just sat there in the dark and was really reflecting upon his life. And he just came out spilling out that he gave his cousin head and he's fucking traumatized and he wants the world to hear it. And he just said it. No, this big bitch right here is the one who wrote it. This big bitch, this nigga is literally shaped like Jabba the Hutt. Like literally. Like literally. I'm so mad at Dave Davies. That Dave Blunt's is a thing. I know I'm hating. I'm hella hating. You should be hating too. If you are working a 9 to 5, if you're doing anything that's not generating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and you're putting a lot of time, effort, and energy to do your best. If you're like me and you do a bunch of fucking cardio and high intensity workouts and you do all kinds of shit to kind of keep yourself in shape, get in better shape, be in the best possible shape you can be so you can live as long as possible so your organs can have less stress and all the shit. You're doing all the shit you can to be the best version of yourself. And this nigga, while you're slaving away, making whatever you're making, not making what he's making, this big bitch is immobile in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank, writing some bullshit, eating more bullshit, living the fucking good life. And we're out here sitting back like, oh man, Dave Blunt is the man. What the fuck are y'all doing? And I ain't trying to hate, but I also am. I'm sick and tired of working as hard as I do to fucking get all the shit I got. And a nigga that look like this, that ain't got no talent for real, is writing for Kanye West, my nigga. What? But I must digress, because the whole point of me even feeling inspired to record all this shit today is because of this. So, going back to what I said before, earlier this year, Kanye released a song called HH or Heil Hitler. And again, the messaging is just absolute cat shit bullshit. All my niggas, Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler, nigga, Heil Hitler, nigga, Heil Hitler. Like, what are we doing? This nigga got a bunch of dark-skinned niggas at his Hollywood Star fucking in a circle acapelling this song looking crazy. Like, you can't tell me this nigga's not doing shit with intention to keep whatever the fuck. All right, anyway. So that song, the words, just the messaging is fucking horrible. The lyrics are whatever. But unfortunately, the production and the performance wasn't that bad. So what I've been saying since that song came out, because I really genuinely had to try, I had to stop listening to it. Because I'm like, this, I can't listen. I can't get with a song that's saying what this song is saying enough to let the lyrics be stuck into my head. Like, that's terrible, right? So today, I get up, wake up, do my wake and bake, grab my phone, and I see posted that he re-released a song. Now, I don't know if this is official. I don't know if he actually re-released it or somebody else did this via AI, but it doesn't matter, because from the beginning, I said if this song came out with a much friendlier set of lyrics, cleaned it up, it would work. So, let's play it, because this is literally why I'm here right now. Let's play it. He turned Heil Hitler into Hallelujah.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger
Oh, it cut off for a second. Let me start over. Okay, let's just let the simplest cleanup in the world. The simplest cleanup in the world. He went from Heil Hitler to Hallelujah. Now, imagine if he would have released this song, right? Imagine if he would have released this song without being on that Kanye on the last year and a half's worth of Kanye's bullshit. Imagine if he never ever did none of this Nazi bullshit and he stuck to the gospel lane, right? Let's pretend he stuck to the gospel lane and then this shit came out. Right? Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Do you not hear how epic this fucking song is? Like, but the fucked up thing is he already came out with the stupid fucking version, right? Don't nobody want to hear this shit after you was just talking about fucking Heil Hitler, nigga. Don't nobody want to hear this shit. Ain't nobody trying to be like, oh, yeah, Kanye, yeah. Nobody want to hear this shit after you was fucking talking about Heil Hitler, nigga. Don't nobody want to hear this shit. You was just talking about Heil Hitler, bro. Don't nobody want to hear this shit. And it makes me so mad because, like, this is the first song in a hot minute from Kanye that actually sounds like Kanye. Like, but it's not, obviously, because he didn't write it. But the chorus, the production, the feeling gives me like Yeezus vibes, kind of like top tier Kanye mind at work type of shit. But this nigga had the nerve to come out with this shit in the beginning talking about, All my niggas Nazis, nigga. Heil Hitler, nigga. Heil Hitler, nigga. Heil Hitler. All my niggas Nazis, nigga. Heil, nigga. What? Let's play this shit again. This is crazy. Stupid ass. This nigga literally. Like imagine if the first, like, okay, first of all, let's imagine Dave Blunt's didn't write this. Okay. Let's imagine somebody who actually had talent wrote this. Okay. Any of Kanye's collaborators from the past with this same chorus, the same beat.
People took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in a matrix, when I flex my nitrous. Yes, I am a cook, I like when people fuck on my bitch. Shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an all-chrome Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my kids back. With all of the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children. Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I be feeling. So I became a yeah, bitch, I'm the villain. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. She wanna fuck with Japan. I put the chrome on the Benz. She reaching down in my pants. She got the world in her hands.
It just makes me so angry because I'm just sitting here listening to this shit. I'm just like, bro, this is a waste of you literally wasted this song. You wasted, oh my God.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in a matrix, when I flex my nitrous. Yes, I am a cook, I like when people fuck on my bitch. Shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an all-chrome So I became a yeah, bitch, I'm the villain. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. She wanna fuck in Japan. I put the chrome on the Benz. Nigga, hallelujah. She reaching down in my pants. She got the world in her hands. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah.
It's just fucking frustrating.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in the Matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cuck, I like when people fuck on my bitch. Shit that I put
Like, if this, okay, remove the first verse, everything from the chorus to the end is fantastic. The first verse is just whatever, because this nigga's talking about some bullshit. But, like, when you get to the chorus and everything beyond, it's fucking dope. And this nigga wasted this fucking song at a time period. Like, literally, if he didn't come out with all this fucking stupid Nazi shit and release this song out of nowhere as a continuation from the Donda type of theme, this would have went. This would have fucking went.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in the Matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cuck, I like when people fuck on my bitch. The shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an all-chrome Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my kids back. With all of the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children. Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I be feeling. So I became a yeah, bitch, I'm the villain.
Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, hallelujah. You don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Uh-huh. Nigga, hallelujah. Uh-huh. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. That even sounds better. All my niggas got me. Fuck, nigga, you chose Nazi. This is an easy song to make. You could have made this from the jump. Nigga, hallelujah. You could say anything else instead of Heil Hitler. I'm that nigga, or whatever you wanted to say. Wow, nigga. Wow, nigga. How, nigga. Bow, nigga. Boom, 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 boom. You should bow, nigga. Boom, boom, boom. You should bow, nigga. Boom. When I step in the room, you should bow, nigga. You should bow, nigga. Like, there's so many things he could have said instead of Heil Hitler. But okay, nigga, Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas got me, nigga. Hallelujah. That's a good fucking chorus. She wanna go to Japan. I put the corner of the Benz. She wanna go to Japan. Nigga, hallelujah. Some shit. Like, that shit's hard. She reaching down in my pants. She got the word in her hands. That's hard. Like, that's some witty shit. But no, this nigga decided to say, nigga, Heil Hitler. Who the fuck's supposed to jam that shit in public? Nigga, Heil Hitler. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter because they're crazy, nigga. Nigga, Heil Hitler. Nigga, Heil Hitler. Nigga, Heil Hitler. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, Heil Hitler. Bro. Like, it could have been like that. It could have been like that. It could have been like that. Imagine those same dudes in a circle, dressed crazy, all bunch of dark ass black dudes in a big ass circle at that Kanye fucking West fucking star in Hollywood. Imagine if they was all big ass black niggas around there talking about nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me. Nigga, hallelujah. But no, yo stupid ass want to come out with some shit praising fucking Hitler. Like, this is the thing that agitates me the most about Kanye, bro. Because, like, I don't think there's anything fucking wrong with Kanye West. I'm going to say this again. I do not think there's anything wrong with Kanye West. I think Kanye is a manipulator. I think, because let me be clear. Wrong is subjective. So what's wrong with somebody is subjective. We all have something wrong with us. None of us are perfect, right? Everyone's brains aren't the same. My thoughts aren't the same as your thoughts. Some people might think that my perspective and what I see and think and how I operate, so on and so forth, is crazy. You know, same for you. Someone might look at you and say, what the fuck do you know? You're a fucking psycho, whatever, right? So, yeah, he operates in a way that definitely has off tendencies, right? But that don't mean he ain't playing it up for the camera, is what I'm saying. That don't mean that he don't recognize what he's doing, right? And don't get me wrong, he could definitely just be a nigga that's spiraling out here. Don't get me wrong, that's totally possible. I just look at how calculated it has been for 20 fucking years. This nigga's been an asshole and then not. It's been a cycle. It's been a cycle with this nigga. It's been a cycle. He's been a diva and then he's been humble. It's a cycle. Kanye goes through this shit every fucking year. the maximum amount of time we go without a Kanye West story. I'm sorry. A big Kanye West story is a maximum of 2 years. Because every couple of years or something, he's divorcing Kim. Okay, now he has the new girl. What's her name? Bianca. So now he's with Bianca. Bianca don't wear no clothes. So everywhere they go, Bianca got on something see-through. So now his current wife, who looks like a younger version of his ex-wife, is now naked everywhere. And she's wearing outlandish shit, and she don't talk. We don't know what her voice sounds like. She's just there. She's there, but she's not there, but she's there. Her body's there, but we don't know who she is. We just know, who she is. But if you don't know, then you don't know that I think she's an architect. I think she's before she ever got with him, had an actual real career, but you don't know that because, what we know, right? So every year is something. MAGA hat. Now it's Nazi. Cap it off what I gave my cousin head. And then he comes back around and doubles down on Twitter and says, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit y'all talking about. I don't care what y'all think about me. I'm still yay. What the fuck ever. If he's crazy, then he's come really far being as crazy as he is. But I think he's a little crazy and a lot more calculated. I feel like everything that he does, there's some level of manicuring. Even with this Nazi shit. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. There's messaging and intent behind this shit he's doing. The messaging being, he's alluding to the fact that a certain demographic runs certain aspects of the world. So his stance is, okay, well, you know what? Me and all my niggas, we ain't with that. We ain't scared of y'all. Blase, 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 blah. In fact, we so not scared of y'all, we'll blank, 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 blank. You know what? Matter of fact, our energy's on some Nazi timing. So blah, 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 yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. Right? It's very fucking hurtful and it's very fucking crass and you shouldn't use certain shit. But I really genuinely think his messaging was just that. It wasn't even on some Nazis are great. I'm glad they killed all the people they killed. It wasn't that. I genuinely think his stupid ass was his very calculated ass was taking this very taboo thing and it's almost like he's using it as a really terribly placed metaphor, if you will. Because what has he been saying for the last few years? He's been fighting with every single big Adidas, so on and so forth, right? So Kanye's constantly bucking the system, and he's alluding to the fact that the system is ran by blank. So if he's alluding to that and then also saying, well, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and be on the opposite side. It's so heavy that I'm going to say that I'm going to be this, just metaphorically painting this picture that I'm willing to blank y'all. Matter of fact, I want to eradicate y'all. I hate y'all so much that I want to get completely rid of y'all. You know what I'm saying? The world would be a better place if blank. I feel like in his head, the way that he went about it wasn't as egregious and hurtful as the majority feels like it was, right? I feel like his steps that the steps that he takes and the moves that he makes, I genuinely feel like There's a line, and he crosses it. But even with this, there's still a part of his heel, a very tiny bit of his heel that's still on the line. Like, he's crossed the line numerous times, but it's always been, what I'm saying is it's like a calculated cross, to where visually and from the natural perspective, this nigga's crossing the line. When in reality, yeah, he's crossing the line, but technically he's not completely over the line because blank. That's what he's been doing for 20 years. This Nazi shit's the furthest he's gone. Let me be completely clear. The Nazi shit was begetted by the fucking MAGA shit. And when he realized that that MAGA shit was, it was divisive in the sense that it may have harmed him in some aspects with certain communities in his, natural community, the black community. I'm sure in some way, shape, or form that MAGA shit helped him. Again, I feel like with these big artists and he's a fucking billionaire. So the amount of money that he's generating for not just himself, but the ecosystem that surrounds Kanye West, I'm absolutely positive that there are teams in place to calculate risk assessment for everything he does. And he's off, and he may be mentally fucked, but there is someone somewhere that keeps him from going too far. I would even say, I'll go as far as say that Genius, the fucking Netflix shit that was released as it was a documentary, and it was released by the dude who was filming it, who's no longer associated with Ye. So there's that aspect of it. It was very interesting to follow Kanye from way back when to now, seeing his progression, but also seeing the behind the scenes of how he really genuinely just is who he is. But I would argue that the release of that was in some way, shape, and form a cop-out for Ye to have a little bit of wiggle room and plausible deniability in his actions, because you got into the mental health thing and him not taking his medicine and all the shit, and then showing him behind the scenes looking weird and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. That doesn't mean that, again, it wasn't calculated and done with intent. That doesn't mean that this didn't come out and it wasn't used. Basically, I mean, a lot of people felt bad for Kanye. Like, damn, okay, this nigga's tripping and he's weird and shit, but like, look at what he been through. Oh man, he got mental problems and he ain't taking his pills and he's da 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 da. There was some room for grace, is what I'm saying. There was some room for grace, and the fact that if there was only a 0.0000001% chance, if there was a grain of sand worth of fucking grace that he could gain from the fucking documentary, that's better than nothing. So release that. Let the people see what may or may not be true behind the scenes, and then he can continue on trying to push the envelope as far as he can, and so on and so forth, because we'll always look at him, remember that he might be a little off, and then you'll grade his bullshit on a curve. It just, to me, feels calculated. That's all. To me, it feels calculated. Now, here's what I will say. The world is changing. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Well, the world is changing. We're starting to get to a point where we're growing out of try to figure out how to say this. All right, so take me for example. I'm a nobody in the middle of wherever the fuck I'm at, talking into a camera. Nobody might see this. Kanye might see this, right? I'm one of millions of people who are doing the same thing right now. We're getting to a point where celebrity isn't as valuable as it once was. You used to look at celebrities with a certain maybe reverence, maybe unjustly, but a certain reverence, because celebrity came with some air. You know, they're in the top 1% of their field, and you know we see them and they're out and they're beautiful and blah blah blah, right? The likelihood that someone like me becomes famous and fucking blows up and becomes a celebrity and an influencer and a fucking streamer and whatever the fuck is probably higher for myself and every other fucking person doing this than it is for anyone to actually make it in the traditional sense of making it like it was back in the day, becoming a superstar, becoming a movie star, becoming an actual star. And the reason I say that is because the gatekeeping is within the people. If you like something or if everyone likes something that goes viral, it goes viral, right? You can't not be, you can do shit to destroy yourself, but there's no one out there that's like totally in control of the individual with a camera today. There may be switches pulled and whatever to make certain things more viral, but if people like something and it's seen by enough people, they hit that heart and maybe share or whatever the fuck, leave a comment, like whatever. Your average person can go from what am I? I got like 35 subscribers on Twitch and like 7 on YouTube. I could end up with 3,500 and 7,000 by the end of the week, because something I said during this fucking tangent could go viral, right? So celebrity is accessible to the nobody. And the celebrity that I would feel today, if I had 300 followers that decided to like chat with me, interact with me, and so on and so forth, I feel like somebody, because I'm on a camera, there's light in my face, I'm seen by you, you recognize me, you follow me, maybe you chat and talk and like and whatever the fuck, and you share my shit and so on and so forth. Even in the lowest level of levels, I would feel like a little bit of a somebody, okay? So the somebodies, like, yeah, cool. But what you got for me? That's kind of like how it is today. Like, we're not really looking at who gives a fuck that you're rich and famous. Who gives a fuck? Like, it ain't how it used to be, where cameras only came and followed those who had a reason to be filmed. Like, we all can film ourselves. Like, celebrity can be had overnight, depending on the circumstance. So the day and age of being a celebrity and therefore that being your saving grace is right. Someone like Kanye is going to continue to be who he is until the people stop falling for his bullshit. Now, I will say that I feel like in this last year, less people have bit and less people have allowed him to fucking use this dumb shit that he does as a platform to springboard into success. Like, for example, I feel like his most recent album didn't sell much shit at all, and it was obviously it was shadow banned and blocked everywhere because nobody wanted that, quote unquote, you know, the hate speech and the Nazi symbolism and shit on their platforms, because duh, right? But ain't too much music selling anyway. And he's already rich as fuck. So does it matter if people don't listen to the music if they're still typing his name? Engagement, right? Engagement. If someone's saying fuck Kanye somewhere, if 10 million people are typing fuck Kanye somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, you still can get paid for that because your name is being spoken, and there's advertising that can go along with this. Like, it's all kinds of shit that goes with this shit, right? So my point is, Kanye really has no incentive to not be an asshole. He saw from the moment that he saw real success that being himself and being an arrogant, egotistical fucking dickhead was never going to be, the punishment was never going to be so heavy that he would be erased, as long as he could keep performing and keep providing. So each time he's done some goofy ass shit, he would come behind that goofy ass shit with something to be able to stand on. And that's been what he's been doing for 20 fucking years. Now, what does the future hold for Kanye? I have no fucking idea. There's a part of me that says he will never, ever, ever, ever be who he was, in the sense of having the type of acclaim and notoriety and so on and so forth, and the love of the people, simply because this Nazi shit was a little far. But then I also feel like the average fan, the majority fan, is fickle and doesn't really care because, like I said before, look at this song, this fucking Hallelujah song. And it's like, I can acknowledge how fucking stupid Kanye is. But when the original song came out of all the music I've heard from him in the last 2 years, it was the first song in a minute where I was like, this is kind of catchy. The messaging and the lyrics are terrible. All my niggas Nazis, nigga Heil Hitler. That's a terrible fucking chorus. But the vibe and the bop and the music and shit is like, oh. So to repackage it as Hallelujah, all my niggas got me, nigga Hallelujah, nigga Hallelujah, nigga Hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga Hallelujah. It might be too late, but it ain't even about selling the music. It's about reminding you that at any given time, all he has to do is snap out of it, and he's back to producing the music that we all love. So don't be surprised if in 2026 he releases an album that's top tier and everyone's back on his fucking dick again, because the people, for some reason, even when you say you see through his shit, you still somehow fall back into it. All of the shit he said in the last, perfect example. A lot of people have had Twitter meltdowns. An infamous one was Gucci Mane. Way back when he fucking lost his shit and he was off the drugs and whatever the fuck, and he was saying a lot of shit on Twitter, and he was getting some shit off, and he was saying a lot of fucking names, right? That was a long time ago. Since then, he went to jail, got out of jail, been in shape, he happy, he's married. Like, ain't nobody thinking about that version of Gucci. Somebody will bring up that moment in time, and then we'll all kind of remember what happened. But the general consensus is not that that's who he was. And also, too, when you point out Gucci Mane, you usually point out other shit. That particular incident usually pops up when someone talks about him tripping. But if you think about just the music, his fans will talk about his old shit, his mixtapes, all the shit before he blah blah blah, and then his new fans will talk about the shit they like about him that came out later, and then they'll talk about his marriage, and they'll talk about all that shit. They usually skip over that particular Twitter meltdown, right? So all the stupid shit Kanye has said on Twitter, all the stupid shit Kanye has said, period, in the last couple of years, the ridiculous imagery, the Nazi bullshit. If Kanye in 2026 came back and was just a regular fucking human being, a regular man, he didn't come out with no outlandish shit. He wasn't talking about no crazy shit, but he came out with some hard ass beats. He came out with some dope ass features. He got back with some of the good spitters, the good writers. He did some dope shit, and he made a cohesive, fantastic project that could sit in his trophy case with the rest of his dope ass projects. Like Kanye got, even with all the dud shit he's come out with in the last couple of years, he has way more high quality albums than he has garbage ones. He has way more dope music than he has bad music. So if there's one thing Ye can do, is make a fucking project, make a fucking album, make a fucking song, make a fucking beat. If he decided tomorrow to come out, fuck that. If he decided tomorrow to go into hiding, go to Montana or New Mexico or wherever the fuck he wants to do, craft a project, collect the grand pieces he would like to collect to craft this fantastic project. If he decided to put real effort, time, energy, money, and focus into creating a fantastic album, and then he released it and he promoted it and he marketed it and he did everything he needed to do to make the album not only sell, but be marketable, be a hit, etc. If he did all the shit and went back and got back into Kanye land, Kanye vibe, Kanye energy, back into the top tier artists releasing music, right? A lot of people would put the past in the past. A lot of people would be like, you know what? I got the music. The music is what I care about. If Kanye then released a fantastic album, like a really good album, and then went on tour again, I promise you, it would sell the fuck out. Stadium. If Kanye said he wanted, if Kanye released a fantastic album, went on a redemption tour, got the hearts of the people back, you'd see Kanye's crazy ass at the Super Bowl. Because Kanye has Super Bowl music. Kanye can do the Super Bowl with no problem at all. Now, granted, that's a very big ask. Okay? You got to trust that he ain't going to do nothing crazy. You got to trust that he ain't going to go ahead and do some Kanye shit. So that's a really big ask. Okay? But Kanye could do the Super Bowl. Kanye could go do stadium tours. Kanye could go do football stadiums. Like, let's not get it twisted. Who he is right now and what he does today and what he could do if he cleaned up his act and went and did a fucking let's say Kanye had a retirement arc. So he went college dropout, did all the shit, and his last album was retirement, or I'm retired, or retirement home, whatever the fuck, whatever theme he wanted to go with to say, hey, I'm done with this. This is my last hurrah. I promise you, if Kanye came out and said he was going to retire, and he was going to put out a fantastic album to go along with retirement, and he was going to do a whole thing, and he was going to go on tour and do the whole thing, and if he came out with exclusive merch and all the shit for the album and for the tour, and he did a whole thing, I promise you he'd be everywhere again. His music would be everywhere. I promise you he'd perform. If he wanted to, if every award show would invite him, he'd win everywhere. He'd fucking have a fantastic tour. Everyone would go. It would sell the fuck out. And every fucking body that's saying Nazi, 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 Nazi today, they may not forgive him, but they sure would fucking support him. And until it happens and the people don't support him, that's what I believe. Because releasing an album without doing the work to actually make it, that don't tell me that the people ain't fucking with you. If Kanye went and did what I just said, you ain't even got to go with the retirement angle, because the retirement angle adds a whole bunch of extra to it. But I said that because if people thought that Kanye wasn't releasing any more music, this was going to be his last hurrah, and he went on a big thing, all the artists would be ready to fuck with him. Because, again, optics, imagery, all that shit would connect. I guarantee you, if Kanye said, I'm going to retire, but I'm going to do a retirement album like Jay-Z did with fucking the Black Album. If Kanye came out with his Black Album and he said, I'm going to retire after this, and he came out with a fantastic project that had 15 to 20 fantastic, 20 songs, 5 skits, a fantastic intro that hits immediately where you're like, oh shit, Kanye's back. He brings back the soul samples. He flips some dope shit. He has the fucking anthems. He has all the shit. He does an ode to his mama that don't sound like some bullshit. He does all the things he needs to do to get everybody to say, oh man, this is the old Kanye. Kanye's retiring as an old man. He's bringing the old Kanye back in his old age. Yay. The people right now who are like, oh, Nazi, would be right there. And that's my fucking point when it comes to Kanye West. Either let him go or shut the fuck up and let him go. Pick a side. And I'm sure there's some people out there who have genuinely stopped fucking with Kanye. I'm like, oh, I can't fuck with this nigga. I can't support him. But I absolutely am sure and positive there's some people out there who take that stance, who really genuinely do not fuck with Kanye West anymore, who may not fuck with him if he did release a retirement album. So sure, I'd bet money. I'm not gonna say my life, but I almost want to say I bet my life. Fuck it. I bet my life. Okay. Fuck it. I bet my life that if Kanye did all the shit I just said, at least 60% of the people who fucked with him prior to this Nazi shit would be right back. At least 60%. And that's being conservative. I damn near want to say 80. But they be right there. Just how my dumb ass is sitting here talking about, oh man, this Kanye song is so damn not that bad. It ain't the best song in the world, but you know, it reminds me of old Kanye. It reminds me of old Kanye a little bit. It reminds me of that time period when Power came out and Kanye was making that epic fucking blah 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 music, you know what I'm saying? About fucking this shit right here, nigga. This motherfucking, just how I'm sitting here, just how I'm fucking sitting here right now, letting this shit play. Just how I'm doing this right now. If he came out with a motherfucking retirement album and it was fire, fuck these weird lyrics. Imagine if he was saying some dope shit right now. You don't hear this beat, nigga? You hear this beat, right? Is that John Bryan? Is this some late registration shit? This remind me of late registration. The way that shit. This sound like some John Bryan shit. The synths. This is epic. Listen to this fucking beat. Listen to this fucking beat. If I gotta watch an ad, y'all gotta watch an ad. Shit.
point of
Oh,
sale
hell
gives you
no.
a powerful POS solution. Get the lowest transaction fees in the industry. Save even more on
Oh, y'all
card
playing on my,
processing
y'all
costs.
playing on me. Fuck out of here. Listen to this beat. Listen to this beat. This is some John Bryan shit. Ooh. She wanna go to Japan. She wanna go in her bands. Nigga, hallelujah. She wanna. She got the world in her hands. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Like, if this nigga came out again with an album that was well produced, with sensible lyrics, the whole marketing campaign, the whole package, especially if it was a retirement album, just how I'm like, yo, that beat's hard, and just how I'm like, hey, nigga, hallelujah. All my niggas got me, nigga, hallelujah. Like, a lot of people would be gotten by the music too, is what I'm saying. Kanye is like a sickness. Because, like, for someone who is so talented, he makes it so hard to appreciate his talent because of all the extra shit. But like I said, all the extra shit bring that extra shit, you know? And we fall for it every fucking time. Anyway, it's been 2 hours. I'm not going to keep talking about Kanye West. So, this has been great. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I need to eat something. I might come back and play the game. But this has been fun. Kanye's a fucking moron. Talented moron. But a fucking moron. Talented moron. But a fucking moron, nonetheless. Burn and Bear's been up content. Once again, this has been the Elliott In The Room. I'm gonna let this shit ride out as I sign out. Until next time.
So I became a yeah, bitch, I'm the villain. Nigga, hallelujah. Nigga, hallelujah. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. nigga, hallelujah.